students are suffering. Everybody is suffering. Hunger is in the land. Too much of hunger is in the land. We cannot longer go to the market and buy what we want. A tin of this is now 1,700, 1,008. A bowl of garri, which is the food for a common man, is no longer accessible for the poor man. Gone are the days. It is poor people that drink garri. We soak garri. We don't have anything to eat. We eat pepper. No, garri is a no-go area. And as we celebrate today, June 12, so to say, we are celebrating poverty in the midst of plenty. As for me, there is nothing to celebrate. Thank you.
To show that those who are really lost, they cannot continue to impoverish us while they live in affluence. Nigerian leaders, as of today, they were getting richer and richer on a daily basis, whereas the working people are getting poorer and poorer on daily basis. Several households has broken because of hardship in the land. We can no longer buy garri. In the past, if your mother is cooking and you are complaining of hunger, the mother will give you groundnut or 2 cubes of sugar. Go and take garri. But today, if a child go and take garri when the mother is cooking, the child will be beaten. It is to show you the level of poverty and hunger in the land. Tinubu is a beneficiary of mass action in the land. He was part of Advocacy. Why is he now threatening fire and brimstone? Because people are saying they want an end to hunger, they want an end to poverty, they want an end to security of life and property. That's what they are saying.
On 29th of May last year, this government withdrew fuel subsidy. They also devalued the naira and increased electricity tariff. It is a combination of all of these policies that has put us in the condition we are in today, whereby average Nigerians are unable to eat even 1 square meal a day. Many workers are trekking to work and back, but their salaries can no more sustain them for a month. Students are not employed, are even in the worst conditions. They are in a situation of complete destitution and famine. And that is why we think that, despite the intimidation against us, Nigerians have to come out to protest against their rights. The only choice left before us as poor working-class Nigerians today is either to stay in our rooms and die of hunger, or we come out to the street to confront the bullet of the police and the army in order to fight for our rights. There is no other choice, and that is why we are here today. All we need is reversal of all of the anti-poor policies, starting from the fuel price hike, the valuation of the naira, the increased electricity tariff, and the failure to pay minimum wage. We support the NSA and TUC in their demand for an adequate minimum wage for Nigerian workers. We also demand that other categories of oppressible Nigerians must be given adequate social security in order to ensure that people are able to withstand the current economic crisis. As is explained in the land, there is hunger, there is depression, and there is a lot of injustice and police brutality on the people. And we cannot claim to be in a democracy. Democracy where the people, where it's supposed to be government by the people for the people, where the people are not the ones getting the benefit of the government, and it's the elite that are enjoying. The people are suffering, they cannot buy rice, they cannot buy garri, the people are resisting police brutality. Insecurity is at its peak. People are being arrested, people are being killed on the road, people cannot get to their villages, there's still crisis in the east, the government not doing anything about it, soldiers are hunting people. How far are we going to continue like this? And that's why we are here.
We as young people are tired of jackpine. We are tired of queuing in embassies. We want to live in Nigeria. We want Nigeria to progress. We want this country to be successful. But we can see by the indication of the spending of the Senate, the spending of the person who calls himself president, the spending of the people who call themselves governors. A governor in Lagos here bought a 400 million naira car for a chief of staff. When we have children that cannot go to school, we have children, out of school children, children that don't have houses. We have even up to the police, the military, underpaid. A certain soldier said that he could not afford the money he was being paid. He could not afford, to go and see his family, and they locked him up. But we have politicians who continue to spend billions and billions and billions on themselves. What we are saying is that we, as patriotic Nigerians, young Nigerians that we are not going to accept it. They have wasted our grandparents' time. They wasted our parents' time. Now they are wasting our time. If care is not taken, they will waste our children's time. So we want, the price of things to come down. It's unbelievable, the price of food. You cannot believe nobody in Nigeria today can tell you that he can afford a 3 square meal. You know, it's tiring, and we are not going to take it. If the president cannot do the job, you resign. It's as simple as that. It happens everywhere in the world.
The people who voted you there, they are all suffering. All Nigerians are suffering. All Nigerians are suffering. And they are there buying SUVs, passing unnecessary bills in the Senate. And you say we should not come out and air our opinion. Today being the Democracy Day, we are all out here to tell the whole world, to tell the government of Nigeria that Nigerians are suffering. And we are also using this opportunity to tell the police, release Comrade Sonyaolu Juwon. He was arrested last night. We can call it a kidnap because we have not heard from him since last night.
Some of us who have been on the trenches for over 2 decades, that took the risks. This is not the kind of democracy we all envisage for. It's high time we sit down. A moment like this is a moment of sober reflections, where we sit down to think and also find a way out. This is not what we expected. We felt what we did in the last 2 decades. And today, Nigeria would have been at the peak as one of the best countries in the world, not only in Africa. Today is symbolic because it's a day that we will remember that some of our colleagues died in the course of their belief and struggle. Today is symbolic because today is one day that we could remember that there was an election that was held free and fairest, most transparent election ever in the country of this country, but was annulled by military. So it becomes very symbolic, and that's why we are all here. To one, sit down to reflect and remind our colleagues, and also begin to channel a lucas for the country, for the betterment of the people.